this weekend. All right. I am so happy to hear from you, Sissy. Welcome to the Volt Express. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Big love. I hope you have an enjoyable week ahead, a week full of productivity, love, everything you want. I mean, you're an exceptional woman, so it's only right you get everything you deserve. And of course, we hope that wealth and health follows you just as much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's a lot going on with our youngins in society, but it's fine. I'm sure that in no time they will be able to gain direction and come back from their lost course, and of course realize that they can only count on themselves and the Most High. All right, which is important. Wangele, wangele, waha. Wangele, wangele, waha. Mm, 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 mm. Exactly. Oh. Exactly. Oh. You know, we can talk and talk and talk, but the thing is, we they listen. You know, they won't listen. A lot of people are just going to keep doing what they feel is right and figure, who are you? You know, gets the house, you know, get the car. Why you want them meetings where you know get? But they forget that, wisdom comes from experience. It might happen to you directly, right? But it can happen to someone close to you and you learn from it. Experience sometimes is not even the best teacher because if it comes and teaches you, sometimes you don't even survive it, you know. Marcel says he fixed sickness, now he got 4 days off. Between me and you, Marcel, I wish I could do that, but I can't. Big shout out to you, Marcel. Welcome to the Volt Express chat. Yes, so, yes, so, yes, so. Marcel, you're the one enjoying, you're enjoying winter. And here in Nigeria, we're enjoying Hamatan. Cecilia can give you a clues of what Hamatan has, though. It's not like winter where you're throwing snows or making snowman and just being creative with the snow, right? Here, it's like your skin goes white for no reasons. It feels like we turn into the ghost of the past when the whole Hamatan comes, you know. So it's quite different. Ah, please, more important that you feel better. Thank God for you, Marcel. Cecilia is right. You know what it means not to fall sick in 10 years? Your immune system is strong. It's very strong. Sipurulina. Oh, who's that? Who's that? Who's Sipurulina? B. Who that be, Marcel? But they don't say that I'm getting boring. And they say I should give entertainment. Oh, but it's part of bringing the gospel to them. Oh. Well, we'll try not to make it too churchy though, but I'll try my best to say what I have to say. And of course, whoever listens, listens. If they don't want to listen, somebody out there would listen. And I hope they can learn a few things. They can learn a few things. You know, I wish I had somebody who would tell me these things I'm telling the world, but it's what it is. I hope you're enjoying all this music as well because it's important that you vibe out as well. You understand? You know. So if you're vibing out, I don't get wala. Marcel, who is Superlina? Marcel, who is Superlina? Who's that? How many videos does he edit? The Jericho available right now is the one by Techno and Simi featuring Pato Ranking. I currently do not have the one by Chike and Simi, but I think the artist you're looking for is Pato Ranking and Simi. That's the only artists who have Jericho out, and I'll play you that one as soon as ABJ is done by DJ Romy. It's playing right now. Play some drum and bass. Is that a song or actual drum and bass you're asking for? Oh, it's a genre. I never heard about that genre before. Who's the lead artist in that genre? Let me see if I have a song that you'd like from it. MC Taiwan. All right, let me see if I have that song. MC Taiwan. Taiwan. Okay. Let's see if we have a Taiwan song. Hey, you know what? I don't have MC Taiwan song right now, but I would see if I can get it for you. If you tune in tomorrow, I promise you, Marcel, I'll play that song first thing as soon as I see you, all right? We have a deal? So say I wear blue jersey, no means say please, I'm a proper Chelsea fan, all right? No need to say what Naira said in that song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going right into it. And of course, we're going to be giving you signs that our big city is turning into a mega city. And well, let's talk about Enugu itself, right? What people have noticed is incredible because it has increased so well with nightlife activity. Like you could come out in the evening around, let's say, 11 o'clock and see the city still bubbling to its highest point. Yeah, so traffic around the entertainment zone has eclipsed. And trust me, boys and girls, we cannot get enough of all the amazing things happening within the Enugu metropolis. There's no noise complaints. And of course, with a lot of businesses growing as well. Well, this leads us into the conversation. Some say the city is losing its calm. Others say the city is finally waking up. And well, I want to know from you what you think. Do you want Enugu calm or competitive? I mean, competitive to the point where they are measuring us with Lagos vibes. Let me hear your voices right here on Volt Express on 0706 048 5853. Or you can call me on 0915 570-8347. Do not be strangers on this beautiful day because it's definitely all about you and about the city we so love very much. And so we have some incredible people joining us on our YouTube Volt Express Live. And I'm seeing Oyejekwa Cecilia being our flag bearer. And of course, she's made sure that the rest of the amazing people joining us in our chats are as comfortable. Big shout out to you, Marcel. Oh, yes, my friend, all the way from the other side of the world. And yeah, so it's been an amazing time with every one of them because, you know, not them, they make behind the scenes right here feel like saying an actual behind the scenes we day with no curtains, just vibes and everything nice. So if you want to be part of this, make sure to tune in, like that page, and subscribe as well for more Volt Express action. And yes, so my amazing people are going up with what we did not expect. And of course, my question still remains: do you want Enugu calm or competitive? Let me hear your voices right here. And who knows, you might just have the Commission of Tourism listening in and giving us hints on what's next could be happening within the city. And yes, so we have a ton of relationships as well that did not survive the weekend, just as much as the parties that happened. A lot of houses and of course event centers were filled up. And while it was doing all that, some relationships went crashing, like the Bitcoin. And well, another weekend, another reminder that love is sweet, but communication is sweeter. And well, there's a lot of observed trends between couples falling out because of lack of communication. You know, instead of communicating, they go on statuses to post cryptic updates. Yes, so and also friends turning into commentators is something we never thought would happen in the year 2026. Well, a lot of people are coming out from their shells of being extroverts to finally going back into the introvert shell. And of course, private issues are now public content. And this is why. Anyways, just before we go into that, I want to know from you, should relationships still be private in this generation or not? And this leads me to the main gist for the day. There's this young lady who emerged on social media, complained about how, you know, for so many years she's been single. Well, she was in tears. She was practically in tears, and this is happening all the way in Ebonyi at this time, right? She was in tears after the loss of her loved one, right? A guy who she met in youth service. Oh my goodness. Now, this story is not involving any popular character, but it sure has a lot of views on what love truly is. And well, as much as we are not the love doctors, I'll just give you a brief context to what I'm talking about. So this amazing lady, you know, goes into the youth service with hopes that, you know, she's going to start up her life, do some incredible things while she's in the southeast, you know, visits one of the most interesting states in the southeast region, that is Ebonyi. And of course, she lets the world know that, you know what, this is a chance for her to experience different cultures, to experience different livelihoods, experience new environments, unlike what she's used to, right? She gets encouraged to stay back at the state where she served and meets the love of her life, right? She eventually enjoys the stay in Ebonyi, realizes that this is not just service, this could be the start of something really iconic for her. And well, this woman is said to be from Ondo State, right? She decides that she's going to stay back in Ebonyi, meets somebody that has the same vision as herself. Their relationship is fully grounded into the faith of God. Well, sources saying that this guy was one of the ministries and one of the, I think it's NACC groups that they probably were engaged with. That is a religious group. And of course, there's nothing sweeter than a couple that wants to serve Christ together, right? Yeah, so she goes ahead and says, you know what, this guy really speaks to my soul. This guy embodies what I've been looking for. And of course, I'm going to stay behind. Now, this event is dated back to about 2013, right? Now, few years later, something happens. With every beautiful story, there's something in the air about beautiful stories not ending properly, right? There's always a little bit of chaos, a little bit of sorrow in between, right? So down the years, they have three beautiful children. They realize that life is more than just deciding to move on from a particular area, right? They decide to start up something. This man goes on to become a well-known pastor in the vicinity he's in. The wife goes on to be a pastor's wife. They preach the gospel, fall in love deeper than anybody expected. Parents from the two cultures decide they were going to make peace and, of course, live in harmony. Her parents come all the way from Ondo, comes and blesses the union. His parents come all the way from, his location in Abia. They come to Ebonyi and, of course, bless the union. Two parents giving their blessings. That's the joy of every young couple, yes? Without fighting, without basbos, without looking for angles to hate each other for. They just realize that these two children know what they want and went for it. So down the line, they have three beautiful children. And something happens, something remarkably happens that changes the sides of destiny for this lady. Now, her husband falls ill, goes to the church where he worships and lets them know that, your late pastor has been suffering for a while, that it's time to, represent, because, he has represented, let you know the gospel of Christ, being there for you, being there for the community with outreaches, giving back, donations, all those wonderful things that make a certain body of Christ move well now. So this is what happens. He falls sick, he dies. Now, she finds out that she's all alone. The parents living all the way in Ondo, the boy's parents living all the way in Abia State, find out their son has Beme. Now, this is where the whole story unravels. The church that these people decided they were going to create together decided to abandon this lady because they felt, she's not a fully bred woman from the southeast. They were going to abandon her. This was happening in Ebonyi State. And for some reason, many years passes. It's been 6 months since the death of that man. She's in confusion. She's lost her best friend. She's lost the mother of, the father of her children. She's lost the man that she thought she could sacrifice everything for. Now she goes back to the same circle of people that he preaches to, lets them know that the gospel of Christ is very important in their livelihood. She goes and appeals that they sponsor the children, right? She's not asking for help anymore to bury her husband because apparently she's capable. And before the man died, they must have had some sort of savings for events like that, right? The parents of the boy, very wonderful people, they decide they are not going to put blames. I mean, life can hit anybody. They decide they are going to be quite understanding with the situation. There are some parents that have realized that, life is, in a way, an imbalanced circle, right? You think that you'd watch your child bury you as a parent, but eventually you bury your child, which is a very sad phenomenon, right? But instead of throwing blames, they finally decide that, instead of just keeping this woman to the side, casting her away, they bring her closer. Now, the upsetting thing about that whole thing is that the parents of the girl decide that she's not going to remain in that family, that the grandchildren are going to come back to Ondo State and start a life in Ondo State and forget that the man was ever married. Now, they push this girl to tell her that it's been months now, your husband has died. Why not come back to Ondo and start living? Why still stay in Ebonyi? She lets the parents know that she's still very much committed to the soul and spirit of this man. 3 children is not 3 days, it's not 3 minutes, it's not 3 seconds. These are 3 beautiful children coming out from a matrimonial home, that was blessed initially by the 2 parents, right? Now, they go down in history now. The parents of the girl comes back to the east, creates some kind of problem, a debacle of some sort. Talks about how the man brainwashed their child. Now that he has passed now, they decide that the child was brainwashed by a man. Are you not seeing the problem now? Now, the parents of the guy, on the other hand, who has lost his son, is still mourning. They let the girl know that she's always welcome to their house. She can come around at any time with the children. Sukasa Mikasa, their home is their home. And well, the parents of this lady does not buy into all that. They say if their son has gone, that means they have plans to also get rid of the daughter. Because how would their son die of